Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 3DI webinar on the top 3 tech trends for alarm stations. This will be a brief 15-minute webinar followed by a live product demonstration and Q&A session. This webinar is recorded and the playback will be available on our YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe. We will concentrate on the benefits that the modern technology trends such as cloud hosting, AI analytics, and IoT integrations are bringing to the monitoring industry. Live guards are often seen as the gold standard for commercial security, but it's not always possible to maintain a staff of security professionals on site. Video monitoring services allow you to employ many of the same skills as live guards while cutting your costs. You will still have the critical element of human observation, but you can stretch your budget further and cover more sites when you rely on monitored cameras. The majority of systems feature the following redundant and inefficient workflows. You typically have cameras sitting behind NVRs or recorders, DVRs, all connected to a central station equipped with many screens, but also having the sophisticated network infrastructure of fiber optic internet, network switches, and network cards. You have multiple operators monitoring the different locations, identifying what are the critical events. And whenever the operators need to react, they have to rely on third-party tools such as SIP speakers to communicate and deter. Then the more modern digital workflow includes, again, cameras sitting behind NVRs, DVR servers, in this case, connected to some sort of on-prem appliance to help filter through some of the events using AI analytics, but it's costly, requires additional CapEx. And then similarly, that is fed into a monitoring software such as IMIX, with, again, multiple operators watching multiple screens, still dealing with a lot of false alarms and using third-party tools to react to the events. Now, the legacy deployments require major hardware, software, and networking equipment investments. And though some are utilizing AI on the edge to process events, they are still not efficient at capturing exclusively relevant events and often do not lead to an effective multi-site video monitoring workflow. Whereas a pure cloud workflow for monitoring consists of connecting cameras or cameras behind recorders directly to the cloud without intermediary software or hardware. The AI processing is done in the cloud and applicable to all cameras. As you can see, you have cameras connected through 3 different methods, connected directly to the cloud, and it's optional to include a DVR for simultaneous local recording. But otherwise, no intermediary hardware is necessary. 3DI specifically offers different ways to add any type of video security hardware whilst avoiding port forwarding completely via the plug-and-play push module. And with the cameras added, clients can partition access to the appropriate operators as well as end users, schedule the site alarms, manage the arming, disarming, configure event analytic rules utilizing both edge detection alongside the cloud-based object detection, and receive the incoming filtered video alarms in real time, whilst either acknowledging or taking action with the built-in two-way audio for talk down. Operators can also leave notes, categorize the event, and trigger automated IoT workflows, whilst utilizing the API to extend workflow to even manage the physical security dispatch. So the benefits of monitoring include easily connecting cameras, avoiding port forwarding with a plug-and-play push module, with no client-side software installation or additional hardware necessary, and allowing our channel partners to scale affordably with no additional hardware or software investments, leverage multi-tier administration to distribute scheduled site monitoring amongst users using roles, easily share event clips with third parties with just 2 clicks, and minimize latency for the most effective real-time security management. With 3DI Pure Cloud Alarm Station, your latency is on average 1 second. Now, the second trend for alarm stations is the growing utilization of AI analytics. Much of the monitoring can be automated, thus opening doors to provide additional services for monitoring stations. Video surveillance companies are adding AI analytic features such as facial license plate recognition, occupancy and loitering detection, people counting, intrusion detection, and more to expand and optimize the services monitoring service stations can offer. Using video analytics makes surveillance systems more efficient, reduces the workload on security guards and operators by eliminating false alarms and providing users with more important information. 3DI analytics-driven monitoring utilizes artificial intelligence to identify and create alerts based on the user-defined rules. Our machine learning technology continues to improve after deployment, maximizing event relevancy over time with the ability to adjust the confidence level of event recognition. And thanks to improved efficiency of AI analytics, you can multiply the number of monitored clients, sites, and cameras. The third tech trend for alarm stations is the utilization of IoT devices and other integrations. There are many good applicable technologies in the monitoring industry, but the challenge and trend is having integrated systems which interconnect all your client cameras and on-site devices to the central station. With 3DI, you can achieve a deep level of interconnectivity to lead to an improved alarm station workflow. The benefits include using webhooks to integrate an automated IoT workflow and optimize the live operator's work. Connect unlimited sensors and IoT devices from all locations. Examples of IoT and other integrations for monitoring use include security lights or sirens to be activated when an intruder is detected in a perimeter. Also door, motion, glass break, and water sensors. Thirdly, use cloud-based API to integrate the monitoring workflows into any corporate system. And examples of immediate monitoring station integrations include Bold, Imix, and ESI. Cloud cameras offer indisputable evidence of what occurred. Now you can combine live on-site security professionals with real-time AI monitored cameras. Your guards can respond promptly when alerted to suspicious activity. They can rely on a clear video of the backup and clear video to back up their actions and support any later review of what occurred. While cameras can be powerful deterrents, some criminals still take their chances. Remote video surveillance can be acted on in the moment as crimes occur. If the real-time talk-down systems don't resolve the issue, authorities can be called to the scene. Real-time footage or video clip evidence can be shared with authorities. The ability to see video footage of an alarm event in progress can dramatically reduce false alarms. And when that video is supported with the capabilities of artificial intelligence, it even further empowers operators and response teams to respond swiftly and appropriately. Existing monitoring stations can now use 3DI Alarm Station to replace legacy screens with multiple cameras, instead with a smart event layout of the 3DI Alarm Station, with only displaying the relevant analytical events, whilst providing them with the integrated ability to react through live talk-down as for intervention or escalate events to authorities in seconds. Now, let's look at a live demo real quick. Okay, so signed in to the web-based 3DI Alarm Station. At this point, the client would have gone ahead to unify multi-site and brand surveillance, again, CapEx free, whilst avoiding port forwarding. And instead of having the screen filled with live stream and the operators often being fatigued, trying to keep track of what's going on, if we activate the alarm station and arm our station, I can make some room for empty tiles. Now the AI will display the pre-filtered video alarms for what I really care about. I can have some columns. I'm going to have a couple live feeds open, and the rest will be filled up with the real-time events. Now my agents can respond to the pre-filtered video alarms. I can categorize certain tiles to display events with people or vehicle detection, for example, or any of the edge-based alert settings. Now, in the back end, our clients would have already set up the configuration for the alerts. They would already set up the site schedule, arming, disarming. And from here, as events come in, operators can leverage the two-way audio, analog or IP speakers to talk down and deter any potential trespassers. Or more importantly, they can react to the events, perhaps acknowledging events if they're not important, or taking additional steps to deter any trespassers or perhaps escalate the event. Besides this, 3DI has a significant focus on IoT and webhooks. Thus, if you pay attention to the top right-hand corner, we have a demonstration with two different lights to trigger based on the category the operator selects. So for example, if I choose a dangerous category and leave some notes, that will trigger a red light to appear. If I acknowledge maybe a non-dangerous event, that'll trigger a blue light. And similarly, this also illustrates the low latency of the 3DI alarm station. In order to maximize the talk-down abilities and the web hooks for IoT integration, you must have very, very low latency. Let's move back to the presentation. So in conclusion, the top 3 tech trends for Alarm Station are the pure cloud deployment and the move to the pure cloud deployment, AI analytics, IoT, and other integrations in order to maximize their video monitoring business efficiency and margins. The 3DI pure cloud deployment workflow has saved our clients over 40 million in losses in the last 7 years, whilst helping them identify numerous other risks that inhibit operational performance. The traditional way of monitoring multi-site surveillance requires significant software, hardware, and labor investments. But the 3DI cloud platform consolidates the work and creates synergy between the artificial intelligence and human response, reducing the reliance on video security hardware and third-party systems. As a turnkey solution, 3DI helps video monitoring companies around the world to securely extend surveillance to cloud-based platform and upgrade their business with a cutting-edge technology. Cloud video analytics, which are based on AI and deep learning, allow for real-time insights into monitoring. For central stations, it is an opportunity to offer more services and work with integrators who can then offer their potential customers these new services and solutions. They can also go back to existing customers by upgrading their CCTV cameras with cloud analytics solutions. The opportunity lies in having integrated systems which interconnect with all your client cameras, on-site devices, and provide your customers with modern user interface. At 3DI, we are excited to work with central stations, command centers, and integrators to open the door to new advancements in the alarm industry. If you want to learn more and get a chance to dive deeper into the VMS yourself, we invite you to sign up for a free trial on our website, www.3di.me, and look out for a poll to pop up on your Zoom client right now as we gather feedback. Now, as we conclude this webinar, we will open the floor to any questions. And if no questions come in, I'll just proceed with concluding with the 3DI components because there's a lot of value in the platform, as well as the top rated benefits. So besides the alarm station that we looked at today, 3DI also consists of a web-based video portal to enable your end users to monitor their locations. That's this one here. There's also an administrative portal. So 3DI has a strong emphasis on the administration, and we empower our integrators and central stations with all the necessary tools to unify and centralize their remote administration so they could save on different OpEx costs that are typically involved with security integration. We also have native mobile iOS and Android apps. That's what you see here, rated a lot higher than generic NVR apps. And we have a billing module. So we want to empower our clients with an accounting system to let them stay on top of the charges of their clients and dealers. So that's also available. And as for add-ons, we have a suite of cloud-based analytics that are applicable to existing IP cameras, such analytics as facial recognition, license plate recognition, hard hat detection, web widgets, long-term time lapses, object detection, heat maps, people counting, area search, and more. And for integrations, as I mentioned earlier, you can integrate with Bold, Vidsys, ESI, If That Then This, Zapier. We have an expansive API and React JavaScript web components you can utilize. For webhooks and IoT, we have a module for that. And 3DI can also be hosted on private cloud. The top 6 benefits is 3DI is compatible with all cameras and NVRs with no required hardware or software. It's ideal for multi-site scenarios with very flexible storage options and recording, streaming options. The 3DI plug-and-play push module enables for a direct cloud connection without any port forwarding or a firewall configuration. So it's the most cyber secure way to connect your video security hardware to the cloud without exposing it to the public internet. Number 4, 3DI utilizes AWS for the durability, security, and uptime guarantees that it offers our clients. Number 5, again, major advantage is the cloud analytics for security integrators to stay competitive in the modern age. They need to have a suite of value add options to upsell their clients with and keep them engaged. And lastly, with 3DI, you can scale CapEx free to unify all of the multi-site and brand surveillance and have the multi-tier administration to partition access to the appropriate stakeholders, limit the functionality, and just manage all aspects of your video surveillance in the cloud. So with that in mind, again, we invite you to sign up for a trial on the website. We want to thank you for your attention today, and we hope to see you at future 3DI webinars. Thank you so much. Bye.